Hey guys, Justin with Ready Business Systems. Today I just wanted to go over ways to save time. Everyone runs errands, goes to estimates, make sales, drives around to get parts, goes to the bank to make deposits. So there's a lot of ways to save time administratively um, that will overall free up your time immensely. And if it's not your time, it'll save you money uh, for your employees as well, just by making your operation more efficient. So the first thing I wanted to go over was Amazon. Most for the people um, in my generation, this comes second nature, but it's amazing how much you can get done on Amazon. I've been in the office lady needs envelopes. There's really no reason to send someone out to go buy envelopes. While I'm talking with them, I go on my phone and order some envelopes. They're there in 2 days. So this comes in handy in the office, in terms of paper, all that stuff, and whatever it costs extra, even if it does, to ship the heavy items, it's totally worth it. So you don't have to go around running around buying this stuff because they're going to stop and get coffee. It's just not efficient. The UPS driver for Amazon is driving to a million places. He's right down the road. There's no reason for you to have to make a special trip to Office Depot or anything like that to get your supplies. Secondly, for garage supplies, for parts, everything's there in 2 days. Returns are really easy. So it's really incredible the power of Amazon and how much time this can save you on errands. Uh, this and also, not the only reason why you really have to run out to get stuff last minute is because you didn't plan. So that's worth noting is, making sure you plan ahead. It still takes 2 days to get this stuff. So as long as you plan out 2 days ahead, you're going to have everything you need. The only reason you're going to have to run out to grab something in person is because of your failure to plan. Secondly, banking, right? So a lot of people will everyone sends checks to pay your vendors. We spend absolutely no time paying our vendors. We also spend no time depositing checks. First of all, 95 or more of our customers are on auto pay by credit card, so there's no checks to be deposited. To solve the problem of customers that we do need to deposit checks, that the few that do mail checks, well, one method that's free is to use your phone. Pretty much every bank has a mobile app for their phone in which you can deposit checks. You don't have to drive to the bank. Secondly, on here in Bank of America, other banks, there's you can get a check scanner. That's what we have. So you can just you just get all your checks in, you scan them all at once, so it's faster than the mobile app. So these are just tools you can use to avoid you having to run to the bank for errands. Secondly, bill pay. So if you're not using this, it's just stupid. If you know this tool exists, if you take a few minutes to set it up, you add your vendors. You never have to write a check. You never have to pay for a stamp. You never have to buy envelopes. It's all free and it can be set up on recurring payment schedules. So we have everything on auto pay by credit card. Uh, to pay our vendors, anyone who can, because it buys us 30 days of free cash flow. It also gives us points and rewards and cash back for using our credit card. So anyone we can't set up on auto pay and credit card, we set up on bill pay. So this will physically mail them, those not familiar with bill pay service, it will physically mail them a check in the mail. You don't have to pay for postage, you don't have to put in an envelope, and you can set it up recurring. So this is perfect for things like rent, that you can't pay with a credit card. Every month, I don't have to think about it. Our rent payments go out. We have a million vendors in here. I'm just not opening it for privacy reasons. But anyone that we can't set up on auto pay by credit card, we're set up by automatic bill payment. So that will save you time in terms of paying bills. Um, the other thing, big thing. So the other thing that people run around for is for doing estimates. So it's so inefficient. At the end of the day, you're not providing any value to anyone by running around doing sales. The sales guy drives around all day long. Uh, you're not doing anything productive. You're just talking to people, telling them basically what it's going to cost, and that's not a good use of time. I understand that if you establish a relationship with the customers, you're going to sell more jobs, but you're going to waste a lot more. And if you do the numbers out and you see how many people you're going to get much more bang for your buck in the time spent by seeing more estimates that you're not doing in person versus going to every estimate and going to the price shoppers. So what we started doing this year is, most of our estimates are done online. We measure the square footage, we have all the data, and we will simply go to Google Maps here, and we will measure the lot. So what you do is you go to Google Maps, you click the button to go to satellite view, which we have here, and you right click, measure distance, and you can actually measure out the property. I'm not going to do I guess I'll just do the whole thing. So you go around the obstacles, you can get the lawn area, like this. So we get the house out of the picture, and then once you attach this final dot right here, total area, this will give you the square footage of your property. So, most of our estimates we're going to do this way. Anything, if you get enough data, you can pretty much do any estimates, and they're fairly accurate based on the lawn mowing, spring cleanups, fall cleanups. On average, it's not going to, be 100% accurate on all your properties, but most of your properties it's going to work out, and there's going to be a few exceptions, which, obviously there's exceptions to everything. But so what we do is anyone who requests a quote, we measure their property, send them a quote, because we get a huge quantity, we have really good marketing, and we get a huge quantity of estimate requests, and we were able to save 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day on our manager, because he does them online versus in person. Your office staff can also be trained to do these, so it's really not hard. So one thing to save time is, we're only going to drive to a job essentially, or drive to an estimate if we're going to get paid for it. We will make a few exceptions, but for the most part, we tell people we're going to do the estimate online. If you'd like us to come and meet with you to discuss it, we'd be glad to, but there's a deposit. So we charge $50, covers the time of the manager to go do an estimate. And if they book, 100% of the deposit will be applied to the project upon completion. So this is a great filter, because if people are shopping, they have 3 other quotes. We don't want to work with those people. We have no interest in working with price shoppers. So we want to work with people who want to work with us. And if we want to come, if they want us to come meet with them, we'd be glad to discuss it with them. And if they don't book, we're still going to get our $50, get paid for our time. If they do book, they get the money towards their job. So they're just very strong filters to make sure that we're running efficiently and not wasting our time. So with the combination of utilizing automatic payments, receiving automatic payments, basically automated accounts receivable, accounts payable, as well as simplifying our estimate process, and using Amazon, we're able to save hours and hours a day and really eliminate errands and make our business very efficient, either make us a bigger profit margin or give us more competitive pricing. So if you find yourself running around for hours a day, try out some of these tools, and feel free to check out my website, readybusinesssystems.com, and we'd be glad to set up any of this stuff for you. I'll catch you next time.